Hello, everyone.
Hello and welcome to Vampire the Masquerade V5 Afterlife. My name's Tusamin Man, and these are the wonderful nerds I'm playing with. We will be playing, Thin Blood Afterlife. And now to introduce my fellow nerds. Jenny, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, I'm Jenny Artorias. I am the storyteller for this terrible game. I'm looking forward to torturing my thin bloods here. Ryan, over to you.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm here. I'm playing my character, hoping it's going to go well, and nothing bad happens to their family and loved ones.
You know what
Shadow,
game
what
we
about
were
you?
playing, right?
Shadow, what about you?
Hi, I'm Shadow. I blame all technical difficulties on Doozer's gremlins. They're not my fault. They're his.
Hey, Shadows. Hey, Shadows. There's no dice log in the center panel.
I just noticed. Yes, thank you. There will be one eventually.
We are playing a game set in the world of darkness. It's not called the world of darkness because of low light levels. This campaign.
We're skipping Jerkle.
Oh shit! Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I thought we went to you. I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Gerbil. Apparently, I'm actually a ghost. I am playing Veronica Gray, and yeah, today is going to be interesting.
Now we have a dice log. Haha.
Yay! Hi. We're playing a thin blood campaign set in the world of darkness. It's so dark we can't see Gerbil. I guess I don't know. The World of Darkness is an adult-themed game with adult themes that some people might find traumatic or triggering. If this is the case, please do step away. If you feel you need to, self-care is best care and all that. And I don't know why Shadows is messing with the cameras.
Someone said they weren't, and they didn't look in the right spot, and now I'm confused.
And we were all in the right spots. What are you doing?
So I have to step away because dealing with Doozers affect my mental health. Back in a bit.
Now we're all in the right spot. Thanks,
know
Mark.
What? Somebody wants a slap. We are. It's an adult theme campaign with adult themes. If you need to step away, please do. I'm going to beat my players into submission. They're not my players, but I'm going to beat them into submission anyway.
You can try. I feel like Jen will beat you.
The music you've been listening to is by the amazing Miracle of Sound. Please do check him out. You can find him on YouTube and on Twitter and on Spotify and pretty much anywhere you can find music. Also Bandcamp, where you can buy his music. Is that everything? Oh, we also have a Twitter of our own. We have a YouTube of our own, and at some point I'll remember to upload episode 1 of the show. I all week I've been thinking I need to do that, and then immediately forgetting to do it. So I'll do that at some point.
What is our Twitter handle?
Our Twitter handle is what is our Twitter? Is it Table True Games or is it? Yeah,
it's a Table True Game. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was one character too long, which is so stupid because it counts the @ as a character, which is the dumbest. And YouTube at Table Troop Games, and I think that's it. I think that's everything.
No.
In that case, Jenny, take us away.
Last week you were all murdered in our first session. And you have returned to Greater London with Your body's seemingly intact. You even have like a pulse. There's no sign of the knife wound that ended your life. Nor is there any sign of the mysterious figures who abducted you and ritually murdered you. You've been in touch with the police, particular Officer Trent, that some of you are familiar with. And yeah, you've given your statement. I don't know if you're calmed down yet. I imagine it takes a little while to sort of shake that kind of experience off, but you are back in the relative safety of your homes, or wherever you would go in the sort of day following your return. So, we'll start off our scene, I think, with let's go with Alea.
I see you don't want me staring at the derp cat.
Yeah. So, Alea,
Yes.
I'm presuming you returned home.
Actually, I was quite hungry, so I would have gone to the grocery shop.
Okay, you want to jump right to that? Okay. Yeah. Sure.
You know, they say never
hungry.
go shopping hungry. But I'm so hungry, I don't care.
Yeah. You are incredibly hungry. It's like you've not eaten in like 3 days or something. Which I think that you might not have. It's weird. It's like a mix of hunger and thirst. You even sort of see some people as you're walking to the familiar little grocery stop, and then a sort of side streets. It's interesting. Looking at the food when you get there, going down the grocery aisles, the usual things like Elliot's a fairly healthy guy. None of it is appealing. Like you're looking at it and there's something in the back of your head going, that is not what you want.
Okay, not onions, not celery, broccoli, chicken.
Chicken looks better.
Butter, ground beef, ribs.
Maybe.
Ribs.
Ribs look
Maybe.
good.
And then he looks like behind to where they have like the hooks hanging.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks
You
good.
look past the sort of the butcher. This is like a mom and pop store. The butcher is like their adult son. Is hey Elliot. Can I help you with anything?
Yeah. Can I get a? Can I get some of the you guys sell the bloodiest bits? I think I want to try some blood pudding.
Oh, yeah. How much do you want?
I don't know. What unit you sell it on? Yes. Never made some, but I don't know. I'm getting a weird hankering for it.
Sure. Okay. And he goes behind the counter and gets like I don't know what they're actually sold in, damn it.
I don't either. I could ask my friend who actually does enjoy blood pudding, but
My guess is that it would probably be a.
It's a long tube sort of thing. That's sort of like wrapped in plastic. But yeah, it feels like sort of like two of them. There's like one's like ridiculously large and it's like enough to feed a family of 4 for like a week, and the other's like a family of 1 for a week. Yeah, what do you want?
let's go with that one. He picks the bigger one.
Sure. He brings that up for you. Anything else? So he's got some like great cuts of steak.
Yeah, let's throw one of those. Haven't eaten
Sure.
in a bit. Got kidnapped.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Oh shit. Yeah, and he's sort of like moving back into the sort of fake meat freezer behind him as he's comes back with like a slab of meat and like puts it on the counter and starts like cutting away. Yeah, what happened? That sounds wild.
I was coming out of here and then going back home, and some dude just like managed to ambush me. I swear I punched him and my lights just went out.
Huh. Yeah, he looks up for a second, then as he's cutting, he goes, fuck. And
I immediately go to the cot.
yeah, like there's like red dripping down his gloved hand. Some sorry, Elliot. Give me a
Yeah, you
moment.
should go take care of that. Eyes don't leave the cot.
Yeah. Your teeth don't change or anything, but there's something like your tongue like unconsciously runs across the tips of your incisors.
Might not come very well across the very small camera, but he's biting his lower lip.
This young guy goes outside and starts trying to like bandage it and things. Do you do anything or?
I think inside his jacket, he has like his hands inside of the pockets, and he's clenching them as well as biting his lip. Like, why does that look good? Why can I not focus on anything else?
It takes a second, but the smell like carries over, and it smells delicious. Like this bacon thing smells nice. This is something else. I can't ask for a frenzy check, unfortunately, because you don't have a beast. But,
Yes.
So.
Also, technically, I think it smell blood at 4 or above.
You
Not
saw
3.
blood.
Yeah, it's sight or smell of blood at 4 or above, not 3. I think the threshold is 4.
You might be right. But yeah, after a couple of moments, he's able to get his hand under wraps. There's like a small line of blood like showing up under the bandage where like it's kind of a bad cut when he's distracted.
Yeah, it's 4 or above.
Sure. Yeah, I'll have to do like whole DM schemes at some point. But yeah. Shit, sorry about that, man. I can get you a fresh cut, or I mean, it should clean right off.
Yeah, I'll just wash it.
It's like, yeah, I just like start wrapping it up. Right, yeah. I think for that, about $8.50.
Yeah, he'll shakily take out his wallet and pay him.
You okay? You seem a bit shaken.
I haven't eaten in a while.
Right, yeah, kidnapped.
Yeah. They didn't feed us. So
Oh, well, that's rude.
yeah.
Hmm. Okay, well,
I
I take
should,
care, I guess.
yeah, thank you. I should go make food.
Mhm. Oh,
He'll grab
do
it.
you do you make it home before you try and like just sort of fit this whole steak into your mouth?
So he'll grab it, walk out slowly, composed like normally he does.
Mhm.
The moment he's outside of the, like past the window, he's running.
Mhm.
Like full on sprint.
Yeah. You make it. It's a fairly quick like walk for you.
And he's not walking.
Like, and you're not walking, so yeah, you make it back to your apartment fairly quickly.
I think when he gets to the kitchen, which is basically when he opens the door.
Yeah. So actually, I've not seen your apartment yet.
That's true.
So, um, Grace isn't here. Like, yeah. Rebecca wanted to give you a couple of days to get back to normal. Um, and yeah. Hmm. So what do we see when we sort of enter this apartment for the first time?
It's a very, very small one bedroom apartment. The bedroom does have a wall dividing it from sort of the kitchen / living area. But that's it. There is one wall. There's also a wall for like the bathroom, but that's this apartment has a grand total of 3 walls and then the encasing 4 walls that make it a square.
Sure.
There's not much else. There's a couch, there's a small TV, there's a bookcase filled with books, most of them children, some of them more of the educational kind, like some like probably 3rd grade science or whatever.
Mhm.
And the kitchen is not particularly big or spacious because nothing in this apartment is big or spacious, but it's clean
Mhm.
and decently organized. And the first thing he does after closing the door is put the slab of meat on the counter, open it, and just stare where the guy's blood was or is still.
Mhm.
And he has a look
um,
of wanting, but also confusion as he just inches ever so slightly closer and licks.
As soon as your tongue touches this uh, blood that is almost like oozing into the meat, it is ecstatic. It's like lightning goes through every nerve in your tongue. Um, it is the best steak you've ever eaten, and you're not even eating the steak.
Well, now he's eating the
It's
steak.
Yeah, no, it's you start cramming it into your mouth, kind of. Yeah, it's not even cooked or anything. It's weird. The meat itself is not very satisfying. And there's like a moment where you feel like throwing up, but not like the thought of the blood. Just like the food itself isn't what you want. It's the blood. You want blood. Um,
I think once he finishes stuffing it all in, he sees the pool of blood at the bottom of the container that the steak came in and just like lifts the container.
I I don't think that is enough overall to like fake a point of
No, it
hunger.
probably isn't. But what he does
But like you
next
now
is
have an
open the
idea.
bag.
Uh,
The 4-person blood bag thing.
mhm.
Like, he opens it and just starts chugging.
Even for me, that's favorite-esque. But yeah, it's gross. It starts like running down your face. Um, take 1 point in either animalism or protean. You can choose the power. I would recommend against Bond Famulus because you cannot blood bond. So
I was thinking Eyes of the Beast.
Eyes of the Beast is pretty good. So yeah, we see your eyes go a familiar red, the same red that that person you were fighting back in the pit before. Like as you sort of catch yourself maybe in like the reflection of the TV screen or the microwave or something, you see the sort of like bloody mess running down your face, and your eyes are similar hue. Because liquid is staining your skin. Any last thoughts before we cut away?
Well, my question is, after he drinks all of the
I'll give
bag,
you a point of hunger back.
okay. So
Yeah,
he's down to
2.
hunger 2. Cool.
Yeah.
I think he just, there's a look of confusion, and while he's thinking, and I think we hear the thought, I need another one, he says out loud, I need to clean up.
Yeah, like the front of your like tracksuit sort of jumper covered in like this mess of ground up beef and yeah, gore. It's horrible. You look like you've been in a massacre.
I mean, he has, kind of.
Yeah. So we'll cut over, I think, this time to let's go with Gerbil.
Okay, so I think the first thought that Veronica has is, I want to see my pupper, and she goes home, and immediately the moment the door opens, happy Rottweiler noises and pupper victory dance.
Yeah. Remember what your dog's name is?
Roxy.
Roxy, of course. Yeah. Roxy runs up and like her tail is like wagging happily. It's like the tail is like shaking the dog. More than sort of like
Full body wiggle.
Yeah. And like runs on like does she jump up? Or is she sort of trained
Oh,
enough to stay
definitely.
down? Right.
Like, I think normally she stays down, but she's too excited.
Right, okay. Yeah, your dog is thrilled to see you. There's like a bit of like there's a bit where she sort of like runs and sort of jumps up to you. And then there's like a brief stop as she's looking at you.
Like,
and is confused. And sort of sniffs at you. Before she goes back to like trying to look at your face.
Hi, Roxy. Yeah, I was gone. I was gone forever, wasn't I? And then she sees Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy knows better not to like get in the way of like Roxy when she's excited. He has like a small scar on the back of his hand or something where she jumped up and nails. But yeah. Yeah. He's just sort of Tommy's just sort of waiting at the side, just sort of leaning against one of the walls.
Okay,
Um,
that one. Basically, she goes, "Okay, down, down," and then Roxy calms down, and Veronica just kind of walks up and looks up at him, and goes, "Hey, you."
Yeah. He doesn't say anything. He gives you a big hug, and then there's like a moment where the hug goes on for like a little bit too long, and you feel like that sort of small shake, um, where he is definitely like crying.
And I don't think Veronica pulls away. I think she waits for him to do that.
Yeah, it takes like a couple minutes.
And she just goes, hand on chest, and goes, "I'm alive."
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I don't think your brain is caught up yet, though.
I mean, give me a second, okay? It's not every time that I was so worried. Um, I was just gonna go look for that fucking little weirdo and beat the hell out of him.
If you go to jail again because of that little weasel, I will beat your ass.
I mean, the bars will protect me.
Bold of you to assume that that would stop me.
Yeah. So, what do you do next?
I think they spend the day cuddling and all that, and if you don't mind, it goes to the next day, and she basically goes,
Mhm.
Veronica is already restless, and she just decides to go to work.
Right. When you go to sleep, it's weird. It's like you just closed your eyes, and when you open them again, it's time for work. Are you working a night shift or are you working a day shift?
I think she's doing day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird. You felt the sun come up in a way that your body recoiled at. And when you wake up, you are staring at Tommy, sort of looking over you. He's kind of shaking you. He was very worried.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh my god. I think something's like really wrong. You weren't. I woke up like I don't know with my alarm and to go make breakfast, and you weren't. I don't know. I said I think you were dead.
What?
Yeah, I couldn't get you to wake up. Um, you weren't breathing. You weren't. You were. He like touches your arm, and he looks confused. It's like you were stone fucking cold a minute ago.
Okay.
Are you okay? Did
Yeah, I'm okay.
the doctors look over you?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, they did. Like, okay, she basically kneels up on the
He's
bed,
freaking out.
kind of cups his face and goes, "Okay,
Can I get a rice check from you?
why?"
This is the next day.
Yep.
And you just woke up.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't get hungry.
You got lucky.
Okay. The as you're cupping his face, you feel his pulse, like his racing heart, beating so fast at the thought of like that he'd lost you, and the shock and confusion of you being alive suddenly, as if nothing has happened, and he has no idea, but like that, like beat of life going through his neck is enthralling. Like whatever words you're about to say die on your lips. Um,
And I think she just brings him in closer, but she's not looking for the hug. She's just trying to feel that.
yeah. You press your face into the sort of the nook of his neck, and you feel your teeth elongate, and instinctively you start to press them towards his throat. What do you do? You're still in control.
I have baby teeth.
Oh yeah, baby teeth. Oh, I thought it was just Alea that had baby teeth. You don't feel your teeth extend. You still try and put them in teeth through.
Actually, I mean, if you're okay with it, I could pick a different like flaw because I think narratively that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sure. We can discuss another flaw later. You can just mark off your teeth just now. That is
Okay.
my fault. But yeah.
So her teeth elongate and she just goes, and I think she has like a mini, what the fuck? Why are my teeth elongating?
Yeah, no, you feel them like shift. It's not painful. It's as if you've been doing this your entire life, as if this is the way your body has always worked.
I think she goes for it.
Okay. There is like a momentary sort of like confusion and like pause as your teeth sink in, where Tommy is trying to sort of like, from his point of view, he just went sort of stock still like a predator, and just like became very focused on one thing. And then as you bite in, there's a gasp from him, but he doesn't fight back. He doesn't try and push it off. His hands just sort of fall limply to the side. It feels good, like this blood, this heartbeat, like is racing down your throat, as if it wants to keep you alive.
Okay.
It's like a cup of mulled wine on a winter's day. It's spicy and delicious, and
she takes one hunger, and I think after like 3 gulps, she just goes immediately like, and then she sees the little drops that are still laying out, and I think she licks that up, and then accidentally figures out that that's how you close the wound.
Yeah, again, it is like instinct taking over. You don't know how to do this, but whatever monster you are now certainly fucking does. You can take 2 points in, I believe it's presence or fortitude for sanguine.
Blood sorcery or presence for sanguine.
Blood sorcery, thank you. You're so useful.
DM screen. DM screen is so useful.
Blood sorcery or...
The best part is we can't see that, Shadows.
Presence.
Okay.
So you can take 2 dots, like one level 1 power, one level 2. Temporarily.
Presence.
Tommy looks a bit shaken, a bit like greater. Like he's Scottish. He was already a pale son of a bitch, but yeah.
And I think she And she just like kind of jostles him a little bit. Are you Tommy?
Well, maybe you should get kidnapped more often. I don't think I've ever been kissed like that.
Uh, yeah, that was wow.
It's clear he doesn't quite realize what happened.
Okay, and she just goes. I think she leans into this, but this because she doesn't know what else to do. Basically, leans in and goes. Maybe if you're really good today, well. Okay, I can't keep a straight face and say that, so just let your imagination.
Sure. Yes, yeah, okay. So you flirt with him. He's into it. Yeah. You need to kill your shame gerbil. Like that's not acceptable.
Okay.
So
it wasn't the flirting, it was a flirting with the guy.
Sure.
So what you're saying we need to drag Gerbil into a Monster Hearts game.
Basically, yeah.
Anywho.
But yeah. So you get ready and head to work.
Run away, Gerbil. Run very far away.
There's nowhere you can run.
Oh, I meant from the Monster Hearts game.
So, yeah, as you're getting ready, like about to leave, you do see Roxy sort of watching you with a kind of weariness that you're not familiar with. It's just an off moment.
And she just kneels down and goes, "What's wrong?"
Yeah, she almost sort of shies away from your hand for a moment and then sort of leans into it. And like rolls over and gets like belly rubs.
Yeah, I have 2 animal kin, and she just goes, "See, it's still the same me. I'm just a little different."
So, how do you feel as you lie to yourself?
She knows that something is extremely fucking wrong with her, and she has no explanation for it, so she's ignoring it for now.
Fair. Ignoring it goes away. It's a very British approach to medical problems. So
about to say the same thing.
As you leave the apartment, we'll end that scene there, and before you head to work. Brian, let's go to you.
Hi. So yeah. So like the others, I do my report. I pick up a new phone because my old phone is missing. Start to refill the numbers. Send a text to one of my colleagues and it's like, "Hey, can I get? I know I made the therapy group chat. Can I got a new phone? Can I get a re-invite and all that stuff?"
Yeah.
Probably the first thing I do is contact one of the therapists at the hospital who I'm good friends with and say, "Yeah, I just went through something really traumatic. Can I book a session?"
Yeah. One of the guys it's Dr. McGinnis. Is like, I have some free time this afternoon if you want to come in.
Thanks, got kidnapped. Long story.
Do you say that in like the group text or in like the
Yeah.
thing that right, okay. There's lots of like what the fuck reactions. Just like yeah. Before someone's like, are you okay?
Still breathing as far as I can tell.
Hmm.
If you
Right.
guys want to bring me chocolate in tomorrow as to get better, that would be lovely. Joke emoji.
Hmm. Yeah. There's like last react, middle finger, and yeah. Sure, we can do chalkies. So yeah.
And at that, pretty much that's what I would have been doing while walking home.
Yeah.
I assume when I get home, the twins have been sent to Sebastian, as me and my significant other arranged.
Yeah. With your sibling.
Yeah. So first thing I do when I get home is throw my arms around Alan and give him a big hug.
Oh, hey, darling. It's so good to see you again.
Yeah, one hell of a night. Or a few. I don't know. I lost track of time.
You've gone for a while. I was looking for you a couple of times. I got dead fucking scared after the message you sent me. I got to the bike and you weren't there. What's that
As
guy?
he's panic,
best like Texas accent I can do.
as he's mid panic rambling about all this, Sack just kisses him, full embrace kiss. I really am sorry. I've been such a shit the past month or so.
I mean, I think it's fair. Your dad and getting kidnapped. I'd have to be a really terrible person to hold that against you.
Yeah. So
I mean, I can if you want. He sticks his tongue out.
Boops him on the nose. Let's just stick with the plan of Snuggles, watch movie.
Yeah, I got your favorite movie, I've got your favorite ice cream. We're gonna sit in, have a nice night. Yeah.
Sack goes and quickly grabs a shower and puts himself into something
What is Zach's favorite movie? Don't say Boondock Saints.
No, it's not Boondock Saints. Yeah. Honestly, his favorite comfort movie. Like myself, probably gotta go with a classic. Gotta go with Mary Poppins.
Okay. I was hoping for a Weekly Blonde, but okay.
I don't know. I've never seen that movie.
Okay, so you need to watch Legally Blonde.
I watched a video about a lawyer reacting to Lee.
I've seen that too.
Blonde.
So yeah.
So yeah, Sat just puts in some lingerie and just snuggles up with his significant other. And but then I believe we spoke about during the night someone would come and knock on the door to us or text Sack to ask about checking in on an elderly person in the apartment.
Yeah. As you're sort of snuggled up, do you have I think it's lifelike to let you eat properly?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Have your favorite.
I chose everything that pretty much made Sack indistinguishable from a normal person.
Okay, who here doesn't have lifelike?
Yeah, raise your hand if you've if you can eat things normally.
No, I think it's raise your hand if you can't.
Okay. Right.
As I said in character creation, the way Sack's curse manifested would be just this is how my body is meant to work with my medical brain, so that is how it works, even though it's cursed. It now just needs blood.
Mm-hmm.
So midway through the movie, I assume I get a text from a relative in the apartment.
Yeah, there's a hurried knock at the door as you're like halfway through a spoonful of ice cream. It happens again like very quickly.
I stand up and goes, one sec, because I'm currently just inside. Well, I put on a robe around myself and close the door.
Mm-hmm.
Is Ryan cutting out for anyone else?
He is a little bit, but it's kind of okay.
Yes, sorry. As I said, my internet is being done because people are here.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about him.
So yeah, as I said, because Saki just in snuggleware, he quickly puts on a robe around himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then
yeah. So you go to the door. It's one of your neighbors. Thank God. It's my wife. She has a heart condition, she's just taking her medicine, and I don't know what happened. I think she might have taken too much. Can you come help?
Sure. One second.
And this is like a middle-aged guy.
I quickly turn and goes, be right back on. And I go with this person.
Yeah, like Alan is like halfway up to like help or move or whatever, and he just like sits back down. He's like listening, basically. It's only a couple of flats down, and you are sort of drawn to this place. It's like an older person's home, and wallpaper hasn't been changed in a couple of decades. Peeling a bit with like secondhand smoke sort of like embedding into the walls. As you're sort of led through this place, sure enough, you see like an older woman kind of slumped in her chair. She isn't like convulsing or anything, but she's clearly not doing well. There's like a pill ball next to her, and like a few pills like left on her dinner tray and things. It's sort of being pushed off to one side.
Just wait outside. Turn to the post goes. Just wait outside a bit and give me a few minutes. I'll check on him and see what's up.
Sure. Should I call an ambulance or something?
Maybe for the best. Yes.
Right. Okay.
So I go and check this person, give them a full medical, check the pills and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Give me an intelligence medicine check.
Diagnosis is my specialty, so +1 die, correct?
Yeah.
3 successes +1 hunger die. That's a 10.
Yeah. All right. You can roll power if you want. I don't think you have to in this situation.
No. I'm going to assume it's some kind of overdose. It's not something that it's going to be super hard for me to diagnose.
Yeah. What you do realize is that she would have had to take like either a fair bit of medication or she's on something else to have this reaction. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I look at the pills and try and figure out, how many have been taken.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to say actually. Like it's about a half full bottle, but you have no idea how long this has been like prescribed for, like how long she's had this one.
Yeah.
I don't think you have time to like look at the bottle and be like, this tiny little date runner is like released.
No.
You know?
And I don't have time to look around the apartment. Yeah.
So yeah, you begin treating her. When the old man, or older man anyway, comes back in. Oh, well, Zach. How are you finding your new life?
I turn and look at the person who just come back in.
It's the older man. He's your neighbor that you've known for years.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, I gave you a gift. I'm curious to see how you're enjoying it.
What are you? Zach is very confused.
I'm just borrowing your neighbor for a while.
You the gentleman from the car then?
Correct. You remember my name. I understand what happened was a little bit traumatic.
Mr. Crowley.
I'd say in the flesh, but it's not mine. I trust you've not had dinner yet. Maybe staring at the old lady.
What do you mean?
He makes a sort of he mimes like biting into the air. Dinner.
I assume at that point, Zach's bangs eat. At the fore of that, I assume that's when Zach's strings manifest.
That's a good boy. So, what are you waiting for? I have to walk you through this.
No, but
to the body.
No, but I'm wondering how much of a petulant child I should be.
Well, I can't make you, not in this form.
Well, I am interested to see if this works. It's a mix on Zach's face right now. It's a mix of I want to be a petulant child because fuck this asshole. But on the other hand, I'm really interested about how much shit this dude is talking. And at the end of it, Zach's curiosity beats his stubbornness as he bites.
Yeah. Yeah, this older man comes over and like squats next to his dying wife, half stabilized on the floor, and watches you intently. And there's a quality of like horror to her, but it's weird. You are a monster. You enjoy this feeling of control and victory of being the monster in the room. And there's something about her fear. It's just delicious. Like maybe this is how you felt when you were about to die.
Definitely.
How much do you feed?
I honestly think I'm going to have to make a willpower test to see if I don't drain it fully. Okay. Not intentionally, but just, if I'm not told. Zach has addiction problems.
Yes.
His drugs and some gambling. So if he's not told no, and this is nice, it may be hard for him to stop.
Yeah, sure, make a willpower check. I'll let you decide the difficulty on this.
So I have... would I still be down the willpower from last session?
I know your willpower recovered.
So that's 4 die. Modifier. Okay. That's 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be
enough.
Yeah, I think that'll be enough too. He goes down. He nearly does it. He drinks 3.
Are you sure I can't tempt you to finish the job?
Honestly, I think he was about to finish it, and because this dude said that, that's what gets him to stop. He pulls out his fangs, licks up the wound instinctively, and goes, "No, I'm not a murderer." And
shame. And he just stamps on her head as he stands up.
Can I try to stop that?
Sure. You can make a. How are you going to stop it? Actually,
seeing his foot raise, probably just pretty much I just grenade myself over this woman.
Okay. Make a dex athletics for me as you try and start throw yourself over.
Can I rouse the blood to try and add die?
All right, yeah. You can only add 1.
All right. +1. But I get a bit of hunger. I'm gonna willpower that as well. I really want to stop this asshole.
Sure.
2 successes.
I think that is enough probably to beat the old man's pool. He's not exactly a monster in this form. You're very fascinating, Zach. Well, I won't kill her. He sort of nudges you off the unconscious body with
I'm
the
groaning
tip of
because I
his
just
shoe.
got stomped on.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. Take 1 point of superficial for me.
That is a dash on the sheet, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah.
If it's an X, it's real bad.
He goes over to a little sort of kitchenette area, begins washing his hands. Well, hasn't this been an exciting evening? He turns out with a big smile. It doesn't look right on this person's face. There's a malice to it that this old man probably never could have matched or experienced it. It belongs to the kind of person who stomps on old women. So, what are your plans for this evening?
Well, I was enjoying a movie before all this bullshit happened. Anything else you want to tell me about my new life?
Oh, I have some things I'd like to show you if you have time.
I need to go get dressed, I feel.
Excellent. Well, meet me outside. There'll be a car waiting. And the old man's eyes flicker for a second. And he looks at you and he looks at the body on the ground and he runs over. He starts shouting her name and he looks at you. It's what happened?
There was in fact there was some kind of, I think she had some kind of blood infection that thinned her blood that didn't go well with the pills. should probably definitely call an ambulance. I think the shock of the situation caused you to, your brain just couldn't cope.
All right, you can make.
Yeah, she should be
manipulation.
stable.
Subterfuge for me, please, as you lie.
I have one die in this. Yeah. Clearly, Sack is not.
Yeah. You're not sure if he believes you. He seems to be like half remembering whatever happened. And he just sort of starts stammering. You can leave. He's not in your way or anything.
Yeah, I'm just like, call an ambulance. They should be safe.
Yeah. Okay.
I just head out, go get dressed, and go and see if there is a car waiting. You say to my significant other, I forgot some stuff I need to sort out. Sorry.
Can I? Should I come with you?
No, it's okay.
Is the neighbor okay?
Probably will need an ambulance. The old man's probably a bit shaken. Can you go wait with them?
Yeah, sure. I'm not doing Iacta. Yeah, sure.
There's a lot I'm going to have to explain to you. So it turns out my whole situation's a lot more complicated than I thought. You know my college collection?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you go and also could you go grab that out, get out of storage?
Yeah. Okay.
I think those books are going to be needed.
Will you be back tonight?
I don't know. Sorry. I give him a kiss on the if I could explain more, I would. I hope they will be able to explain more when I get back. It's clearly not this is not me trying to hide stuff from him. It's clearly I don't understand this, so there's no point trying to explain what I don't understand yet.
As you give him a kiss on the cheek, he kind of he puts a hand on your shoulder. If you're in trouble, darling, you can tell me.
I'll let you know if I need your big gun.
Babe, we don't talk about that. But yeah, anyway, you get dressed and leave, and we will leave the scene there as you head out to Crowley. And it brings us to... Oh, sorry.
Curse Sack's curiosity. Apparently, that's just a curse with BTM characters called Sack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure everything is fine. Speaking of everything being fine, we'll go to Duther. So
I've decided James is going on holiday in the Bahamas, so there's no one there. You can't do anything. He's not feeding on anyone. There's no drama or trauma that can happen. No, in fact, he's moving to Antarctica. You can't hurt him there. No, he's gone home. He filled out a statement and he's gone home. He swung by his apartment to pick up his phone and his gun.
Phone's gone. Gun is gone.
Well,
you probably have more phones.
Yeah. He's got emergency phones and backup emergency phones.
Yeah, well, lots of burners.
Yeah, he pulls out a burner, and he'll text Billy and just be like, "Oi, mate, did one of yours take my shit?"
Yeah, you get back. Who is this? It's a burner. It's not a pre-program number.
Yes. Yes. He goes, "Sorry, mate. It's Tommy." No, sorry, James. Wow.
Yeah, forgetting your own name. Terrible.
Yep.
Jimmy. Yeah. Some of the boys were around. Thought they heard something at your place. Decided to check it out. You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I think we're gonna need to have a conversation though. Need to have a meeting, and he'll name a date and time for said meeting. I'm gonna go check on the fan first, and I'll contact you later. And yeah, he will then leave. He'll keep that burner with him, seeing as that's now the one he's using. And I imagine he has a backup gun, which he then goes and gets and takes.
Sure. Yeah, like a wee handgun or something.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably like a revolver or something. Like it's smaller caliber than his handgun, his 9mm. And
Yeah,
he takes that and he hides that in his jacket and just, well, he gets a jacket first and then hides that. Yeah, actually, yeah. He'd been changing out of his suit and everything, so he's in much more casual clothes now. And he walks home, and he turns up and goes in and goes, "Oi, Ma, what's cooking? I could kill for some food."
Oh, you say that you could kill for some food. Yeah, you can smell like cooking sort of beef and like tomatoes and garlic. Smells delicious. Maybe sort of like a bit hollow, but like it's your mom's cooking. Like
it's delicious, but there's something missing.
Yeah. I wonder what the secret ingredient could be.
Yeah. So like, I'm starving. You know, I could eat a horse.
But yeah, Barb comes out. Like comes down the hall. She's a bit of an older woman. She's wearing like a floral print apron. That was probably like given to her in the 60s or something. It's like, yeah, she's darling, I haven't seen you in a while. Everything okay?
Yeah. Some stuff was happening at work. Nothing major. It's all good now. Just thought I'd swing by and see how everyone's doing. Also, like I said, famished, and I never could resist your food. And he gives her a big hug. He gives her a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and
she gives you like a little sort of like playful slap. Like, oh, stop. And yeah. You're like a grunt from the front room where George is sitting in front of the TV in this like big chair.
I imagine James leans into the doorway, gives his dad a thumbs up, and says, "Keeping the chair warm, I see. Good work." And just walks away.
Doesn't even respond. He's just like, and yeah, your mum is like, "Okay, cool. I'll get you something to like drink. Do you want coffee or tea?" She like sits you down at like a little kitchen table.
You know what? I can murder a cuppa.
Yeah. She starts like boiling. She's already started to boil the kettle. She brings over like a biscuit tin. And like puts that in front of you. And yeah, she's got like 7 dishes like getting ready to cook. There's a lot happening in this kitchen.
I mean, it's Sunday roast. Whether or not it's Sunday doesn't matter.
It's Saturday technically, but yeah. You were killed on the Friday.
Yeah, well, in that case, in that case, yeah, he eagerly awaits his cuppa and his roast dinner.
Yeah. sure enough, like dinner's served. Things are not as maybe not as like salty, not as satisfying as you remember. You find yourself like over seasoning your food.
Yeah.
It's not bland or bad in any way. It's just not quite right for you.
Yeah.
In the word,
and
no, sorry.
as you try and like eat like 2 servings of this roast to dinner, but like you don't feel any like satisfaction from it really. Sorry, Gerbil, you're going to say something.
Oh, I was just going to say, in the words of my grandfather, it is a bit of okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, you got as you're sort of like toying with the idea of like maybe if you eat one more plate, you'll be like better. You are still hungry. Your phone buzzes.
He pulls his phone out.
Yeah, there's a message. Just says, got a gig. Could use some help. 9 p.m. And I think your gang leader's name was Tommy, right?
Billy.
Billy.
Tommy is James's lieutenant.
That's what I mean. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You're a lieutenant.
The definitely
right-hand
not a
person.
pothead. The definitely not a pothead Tommy.
But yeah.
And James will text back. We'll be there. And puts his phone in his pocket. It's a mate of mine said he's got a new order coming in, wants me to go look at it. Dinner was lovely, man.
Suspiciously. Your dad looks at you like suspiciously.
Yeah, James just
doesn't say anything.
Yeah, James just blanks that. It's like, dinner was lovely, man. Cheers. And so I imagine it's getting later in the evening now.
Yeah, it's like 7, half 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out now. Just fancy walking for a bit.
Okay, you I hope your work goes well.
Yeah.
As you're leaving, you hear Barb saying to George, you should be nicer to that boy. And like a couple of moments later, as you're hitting the door, like you hear the Doctor Who theme music sort of starting up as it's time for that on the telly.
Yes.
Wow, kids.
We have our own SFX guy now.
Yeah. So, we'll cut to the meeting with Tommy.
Yeah. Billy, but yeah.
No, your lieutenant.
Oh, okay then.
It's your lieutenant you're meeting.
Yeah, he turns on me. Tommy! Said it was important?
Yeah. You all right, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, some dickhead jumped me, and I don't know, man, it was trippy as fuck. So get this, right? I wake up, and there's 3 other dudes around me, and we're all two dudes and some chick, and it hurt to say chick instead of woman. I apologize to women everywhere. We're all bound, and then these fucking lunatics in robes come out and start chanting shit about some fucking Dark Father or whatever. Sounds like some fucking Dark Souls or Skyrim bullshit. Like way too much.
Sure you've not been like on something, man?
Mate, I fucking wish I was. It was the weirdest shit. And then, I kid you not, I could have you know what? Maybe they did drug me because I could have sworn they stabbed us all in the necks and we all died. And yet,
Shit.
here I am, living and breathing.
Yeah, he like leans in and like starts looking at your neck. It's like, I don't see anything.
Exactly. Nothing fucking there. Like, what the hell? It was weird, man. It was fucking weird. But I have been feeling weird ever since then, though. Like, I know it's little things like I can run. I mean, I can run a lot more than I used to be able to. I've never been the fittest person physically, but all of a sudden I can run a lot further and faster. Food doesn't satisfy me. Like, I've eaten 2 servings of a big roast dinner, and you know what my mum cooks like. And I'm still starving, mate. Like, the hours are gone. I'm still hungry. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I'm glad you escaped your dad's sex dungeon or whatever. So
I mean, that's not the kind of familiar relationships I'm looking for, mate. I don't know what your house is like, but at the Cleverly household, we're a wholesome bunch.
uh-huh.
And I'll thank you to remember that, good sir.
So yeah, okay, cool. It's good that you're alive and kicking.
Yeah. So where's my where's the phone and hardware?
I didn't find a phone. I got your stuff. He goes over to like his car and pulls out your gun. He doesn't like point at you or anything.
Yeah.
Weirdly gun safety.
He takes the gun, checks, empties the chamber, and just puts the gun in his belt. So what's this job we've got?
You know those biker guys?
Yeah.
They're
it wasn't them, by the way. Just in case you've been wondering, it wasn't them that jumped me. I don't know who the fuck it was. It was. Oh shit, that's a thing actually. Weirdest thing. I swear to God, this guy has some weird kind of fucking mind control powers or something, because he turns up and makes a police officer just fucking turn around and walk away. Like, with a word. He didn't say shit. The police officer just leaves. Like, it was... You know Trent, you know he loves his fucking monologues about better life choices and all that bullshit? Guy's a fucking PSA for dare.
I think he was the officer that came in when shit, remember that time in like primary school? He came in with the joints and he's like, if I don't get all the joints back, then we're all paying attention, and then like he got 5 back.
God.
Good times. But anyway, no, that sounds amazing, man. Like, can we get these guys on our side?
Well, that's the thing. See, he told me to put my gun down, and I did. Have you know me to put my gun down when someone tells me to? Like, when I don't know who they are, that's not a like that's gangster 101. You don't put your gun down. That's fucking stupid. Like, you get all these, you get like, it's not like the movies. In the movies, you don't put, like, in real life, you don't put your gun down when the bad guy says put your gun down, because that's how you get shot. And yeah, he said put your gun on the floor, and I did, without question, without hesitation. In fact, it felt like it was my own choice. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but next time I see him, I'm gonna put a fucking cap in him.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot to just start throwing at him. He's like still processing like 10 words ago.
Yeah.
So
it's been a fucking minute, mate, is what it's been. It's been a fucking minute.
Well,
I have had a day. So yeah,
From
anyway,
what I
sorry, you
know,
were saying about the gang.
they've been muscling in on one of Billy's rackets. Like there's a club that he does security for. Um, there's like heavy sarcastic quotes of like security. It's like they're hired as the bouncers, but it's like just to stop them from wrecking the place. And yeah, this crew is like trying to get in on this. Beat up some of our guys. Like Joey's in hospital. So yeah, we're gonna go down, scare them off. Basic stuff.
Sounds
So
like
if you're up
fun.
for it,
Yeah, I'm up for it. I've got a hankering for cracked skulls. Let's go. We bringing the whole gang to the party, or just us?
I mean, the way I hear it, there's only like two of them on the door, so I figured it doesn't have to be the whole bunch. Do you think we need everyone?
Might do to bring a couple of others. Good show of force and all that, and get a point across.
Yeah, sure. I'll make a call. He goes over to his car and like lights up. It's definitely not like tobacco. He starts making his call. He's just, he's back. Yeah, wants to get a couple of the boys out. Yeah, the clubhouse down off Main Street. Right. Should get there 20 minutes. He's like kind of eyes are moving like across the watch face. Yeah. Cool. Right. See you. Hangs up. He's like, we've got like Joey's brothers. They're pretty pissed, obviously. So you fit? Are you fit?
Yeah.
As in, are you ready to go?
Yep, I'm good. Let's go. And he just goes out to the car. Still got both his guns. Like I imagine he pulls one gun out and puts it like in the glove compartment as a spare, and he just gets behind the wheel of the car and goes to pick up Joey's brothers.
Yeah. We'll cut to that you're arriving at the clubhouse. Sure enough, there's like two of the big sort of hairy like biker dudes. Like they're not in their patches or anything, but you kind of recognize them from the deal you did. You're still sort of like in the car.
I imagine James just gets out. I imagine he's not thinking as clearly as he otherwise would be because he's 3 dots of hunger. He needs food, and he just gets out and he starts walking towards the bikers and he goes, "Hey!" And it's like, "Hey, man, I thought we had an understanding. We do a good deal with you."
Behind you.
Pardon?
You hear the doors of the car open behind you.
I thought we had an understanding. We make a good deal with you. You don't fuck with us. And he pulls out a gun.
Yeah,
he doesn't aim it. It's just it's at his side. As he says, "You don't fuck with us."
Make a charisma intimidation check. I'll give you a +1 for the gun.
Woo. Intimidation.
Two successes. Do you want a willpower at all? Or
nah.
No, okay. It looks like he was about to say something. He stops for a moment. looks you over, eyes linger on the gun for a moment. He sees the other three sort of coming up behind you. Then he sort of snorts. Listen, mate, this is our turf now, so why don't you make like a tree and fuck off?
Mate, that's not even a good line. And then he just runs up and he is going to start fighting.
Right, yeah. As you run up, he'll
I
take a
imagine
swing
he
at you.
considers shooting, but he wants to get his hands dirty. Again, hungry. So he wants to get his hands dirty, and he just launches himself at the other person. And I imagine it's roll initiative or whatever.
So there's no initiative in Vampire. It is you say what you're going to do, I say what I'm going to do, and then we resolve it.
Yeah, he basically just going to pistol whip the guy nearest to him. And
yeah, let's call that I think that'd probably be a strength melee or strength firearms.
I feel like it's melee. Well, I have nothing in melee, so I'll go with firearms. Lol. And I'm gonna rouse. I'm gonna rouse for this.
Sure.
For an
so you get
extra
one extra
dice.
dice.
Just watch me gain extra hunger. Well, he's at 4 hunger now. This is gonna go well for him.
So your hunger applies after this roll.
All right. Strength. And I'm gonna willpower.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do. Thanks, game. Appreciate it.
4 successes. He brings his arm up to like block, and you're like swinging for his head with the handle of the gun, the grip, and it doesn't like crack into his head, but it does like smash off his arm. And his other hand is like going for a knife, so he's like knocked a bit off balance. He's like, fuck, and he like tries to pull his knife out to stab at you. You get out of the way. It's weird. There's like a little bit in the back of your head, joining with your sort of violent side anyway. That is thrilled, like absolutely delighted that you are engaging in bloodshed. You are putting these fucking immortals in their place.
Yeah, I imagine.
How dare they?
Yeah, like, and I imagine he barks a laugh and he doesn't even realize his fangs have grown. He is in it.
Yeah. Can I get a dex athletics from you?
Okay.
As the other person turns to stab you.
Womp womp. Well, now to raise my hunger to 4. I have nothing in athletics and only 2 dots in dexterity. This might go really.
This people is what we call a bad move.
I've chosen to fuck around. Would I like to find out? Apparently, yes.
Okay, so you're taking let's see, it'd be 3 points of damage. I'm just going to double check your sheet to see if you have empiric resilience, because I can't remember if you do or not. Nope, not there. Here. I hate these sheets. These are the worst sheets.
They are.
There we go. You do have empiric resilience. Cool. So instead of it being 3 points of aggravated damage where you would take the damage as a mortal, you take this as a vampire. The knife sinks into your side. If you're a human, you'd be going down.
Yeah.
But you're not a human. You are a monster. The knife goes in, the blood stays in. The organs inside you that pierces and ruptures don't mean anything to you. You don't use them. You don't need them. They could tear you limb from limb, and you would still be able to, like, I don't know, chin your way over and try and bite them. Like,
I'm the Black
You
Knight in
feel-
Monty Python.
you feel totally unstoppable. Like, you're not sure if he's like just sort of scratched you with a knife, but like, how fucking dare he? At this point, another 3 people in your crew swarm in. They're like kind of in a panic as you just went like for the
Yeah.
nuclear option straight away.
He's hungry,
Yeah.
and now he's at 4 hunger, so
Just
somebody's dying.
Would you think James is angry enough for a fury frenzy?
He
I don't
can't
think
frenzy.
he can frenzy.
Oh,
He has no
Okay,
beast.
have
He
the
can't
beast.
frenzy, so
yeah. So thinbloods only frenzy if they have the bestial temper flaw.
yeah.
Which
Or if
Which I
they're
didn't take
supernaturally
specifically
forced
for
to.
this reason.
yeah, correct.
Sorry, what?
They can be supernaturally forced to, like some powers under animalism can do it. But that's it. Like thinbloods are not typically afraid of fire or sunlight or any of that nonsense. They are scary. Particularly if they have inherent resilience.
We are the superior kind.
Yeah.
We are halfway between a human and a vampire. We are Blade. We have the best of both worlds, and that was a good movie. Damn it.
We'll get to that.
So yeah, like he just grunts as this knife slides in between his ribs, and just
So 1 superficial damage, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, because it'd be 3, but it'd be halved to 1, so round down. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah. So it is like he just, I don't know, got punched or something. Like it's not the hardest you've ever been hit. Like
it's like, is that the best you've got? And he's going to attack again.
Yeah, you've been hurt worse by Tommy's driving. So
and
cool. Let's go to the second round. So you got these 2 in front of you. You have your backup. They're going to engage with the guy who just tried to stab you. You have the gun in like a reverse grip in your hand. The other guy's also pulled a knife and is like favoring one side as you kind of like battered one of his arms. He sees what's happening. He's going to try and run. So like, he's not dying here. So he's taking off. What do you do?
He's too hungry to care. He has this guy pinned and cornered. He's gonna try to feed. He's gonna try to bite him.
The one that you're fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna do.
He's the one that's trying to run. So you can chase after him down the alley.
Yeah, he's gonna chase after him then.
Yeah. Okay, so give me a Dex Athletics. In this case, I'm going to give you a +1 for your celerity and like just a little bit of flavor of like the vampiric nature kicking in.
Yeah. And Dex Athletics, you said.
Yes, unless you can argue for another
I
roll.
can't believe I didn't give myself any athletics. That was so silly of me. Oh well.
That was a misstep.
I mean, unless you can argue for a different role.
I don't have anything that would help anyway.
You could try and like tackle him, which would probably be like a strength brawl kind of thing.
Yeah, true. I try to leap at him and they just like barrel into him before he can get far enough away. Just brawl. So like, can I do Dex brawl? That's a much better roll for me. Roll. That's 5 dice instead of 2.
Amazing.
Oh wait, I should have rolled an extra d10.
It's a hunger crit though.
Mm-hmm.
No,
That's 4 successes.
yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna leave combat. As he turns and like tries to run, your eyes are already tracking like every step that he's taking. The quick turn as his momentum shifts, the way he like staggers off the wall and hurts his like fucked up arm from when he tried to block you, to him sort of like scrambling down this alley, and you leap at him. It's not quite a soaring leap, but it's
Yeah,
close.
can I add a bit of flavor? Just sort of like just to flavor the emerging celerity. He launches himself to the side and seems to almost stand sideways on the wall for longer than should be necessary, and launches himself forward, and that's how he tackles into him.
Mhm.
Like he is able to.
You hit the big sort of.
Yeah.
Well, you hit him, and you hit him into the big metal bin outside the club. There's like a loud clash as he goes down under your body weight, and he's sort of like trying to struggle. Like if you had a beast, it would be laughing. He is like got blood pouring out of his nose, probably from when he hit the bin. There's like cuts and scrapes down the side of his face when he hit the ground, and God, he just seems delicious, right? Like,
yeah,
this is a prey animal that you've just caught. Like,
he turns him over onto his back, and I imagine he does something that is strange. Like he'd look back on it and be like, not sure why I did that, but he just like breathes it in, the smell, the fear, the blood, the adrenaline, all of it, and then he's just and just bites down.
Yeah, you sink in, and you feel that sort of blood singing. Like it's like you're eating a battle. Like this, all those feelings of like hatred and the desire to win just flow into you as you drink and drink and drink. How much do you drink?
3 dots. He'll pull away before he kills him, because I imagine as his hunger lessens, he starts to get more clear-headed, and then he's like, "Wait, what the fuck am I doing?"
I'm gonna ask if James is the type that would get carried away. If you want to make it a willpower roll.
I don't think so. I think he prides himself on being calm and controlled. This whole thing has been very unlike him. What?
Gerbil?
Sorry, just a point of order. If you're above 4 hunger, you need to make a willpower roll in order not to drain them.
That's hunger frenzy, and you don't frenzy as thinbloods.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm used to regular vampires.
It's a weird roll.
It's more like, as a thin blood, you can choose to give into that hunger, whereas as a full-blooded vampire, the beast is like, nah, bitch, you're mine now.
So
Thin blood superior.
It do be like that.
You said it.
He pulls away and
you don't feel satisfied. Like, it's good.
Yeah.
It's like leaving, like, I don't know, half a glass of wine in the bottom of the bottle. Just a bit of a waste, just why not drink a little bit more? We could finish it. It'd be so easy.
Yeah, I imagine there's just a he looks around, looks behind him, face covered in blood, I imagine, blood all down him, fangs dripping blood. And he looks at his gang members, who I imagine have subdued the other guy by now, and they're all looking at him like, the fuck?
I'll give you like a minute of like, you can hear them like still in a scuffle around the corner as you stand up. They're probably winning. Like they're done this before. It sounds like they have like them down on the ground. You can just hear like the dull thuds of like kicks. And She's like the blood off your teeth.
Mhm. Yeah, I imagine he would instinctively lick
Just
the wound
have-
closed. But
You have this sort of moment of the world slowing down around you. Let me double check caloric resonance unless someone has
Hilarity and potence.
prepared already. Thank you. Love you, shadows. So yeah, you can take 2 dots of celerity or 2 dots of potence. It doesn't stack with the celerity dot you already have, so you can only go up to 2.
okay. In that case, I'll take another die in celerity.
Sure. That'll last until the next time you feed or until you hit hunger 5.
Nice.
So, hmm. As you're standing there, blood dripping from your face and taking in this victory, you feel stronger than you've ever felt. And as you're sort of deciding what to do next and how you're going to like either explain this or get out of this situation, clean yourself up, like whatever, we'll cut away and go to our last scene of the evening. Ryan.
Hi.
So, we see you with Mr. Crowley, this time in the flesh. He is very much the gentleman. He has the zombie open the door for you to get you into the car.
Hey, Greg.
Greg. Yeah, Greg doesn't say anything. He gets back into the back of the car. Sorry, Gerbil. Yeah.
The fucking bastard kept Craig.
Yeah. I mean, it's a waste otherwise.
Yeah, you don't waste a good zombie.
Yeah. You have to kill someone to make Greg into a zombie.
He's on shit lists. Shit lists are being written.
So, you get into the car.
Just suppose you have my phone, do you? I say as I get into the car.
Yes, someone, check the glove box.
I check the glove box.
Yeah, there's like a handful of phones in there.
I check for my friends' phones.
You're not sure what your friends' phones look like. I mean, there are like just a bunch of phones.
I take them all. I take them all with a plan to say to because I'm going to contact these guys once I'm done, if I'm not dead by the end of the night. And so I'll be like,
Sure.
hey, I got a shit ton of phones. Any of these yours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're all like, I think after a couple of nights, because they're all like sort of decent modern phones, they're all dead. Because they've been not charged.
God damn it, Crowley.
So, what?
Really
And he like feels ready to start driving.
Really charge my phone. Seriously, if you're going to kidnap people, at least have the decency.
I'm sorry, you lecturing me about... Oh, the brass one's on you.
If you were going to kill me, I would have died the other night.
You did die the other night.
Technicalities.
If I was
going to be permanently dead and not, I'm guessing, vampire.
Correct. Child of Cain. Oh, there's some argument. Some, like my pack, don't necessarily see you as a child of Cain. I think they're just being purists.
Yeah, I've got a vampiric myth revolving around the first woman.
Oh, no, she's such a bitch. I have to say, I'm impressed that you decided to come. How are you finding this whole situation you find yourself in?
It's interesting to say the least. Just trying to figure out what the hell I've got. You know, myths versus legend. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm assuming there's a lot that conflates.
Mm. Yes, well, you live in interesting times. So we have some leeway.
Also, I have some of your books. Any chance you could sign them? Because I'm pretty sure if I sign them and say they were originally signed back when you were alive, I could make a mint.
I'll consider it. He does have like a small smile. I was like, just like, yeah, it's so nice to be a fan.
Look, if I'm going to be hanging out with a famous dead dude, I might as well see if I can make money out of it. Most of my money for my doctor's work goes to maintaining my goddamn house.
Anyway, yeah, he just sort of like he trails off for a second, like, the fuck are you talking about? These aren't like vampire problems, these are human problems. So, if I haven't missed my guess, my process isn't perfect for creating your kind. Some of you have ended up with more gifts than others. And with a little bit of observation, a small sampling of your blood, I believe that you are in possession of a very unique power. The kind that's usually protected. But lucky for us, he gestures at like the sky. We have, as I said, leeway. And the halls of the chantry are undefended, ripped open by some, well, we'll leave that for you to discover, maybe. So I would like to show you a place where you can perfect your gift. So I truly do want all of you to survive this. It's rather necessary. And finding suitable candidates, again, in short order, is a hassle I'm not particularly fond of. You're driving down a road on Whitechapel, and it's the same one that you went to before, you come to realise, when you were blindfolded. Stops outside of a building. Let's have a thing for this. Ta-da! I thought a converted church building. It's weird. It looks a little bit decrepit. But the few people that you see walking past it don't seem to notice it. The few that sort of stop near it sort of like scurry away quickly.
To be kind of like how the TARDIS kind of makes so people don't pay attention to it in Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm. So, shall we? Greg, get the door. Waits for Greg to come and open his door for him, and then go around and get yours. Greg, wait in the car. And he's like, please, after you.
I'm making my way to the church.
Yeah. Inside, he picks out a few books for you. It's a converted building. There's a series of glyphs and arcane symbols that have been etched into the foundations here. That whatever effect they're meant to have doesn't seem to be working. The chantry. Fucking Tremere.
Those are words you are definitely saying. Sack says he flips through the book.
Right. Consider them a scholarly branch of my kind. Would be know-it-alls. But beside the point. They're rather absent right now, and I think this is a good opportunity to plunder some of their resources. So, first off, let's figure out what you can do. I mean, like, he's handed off like a couple of books to you that sort of like pile up. There's like 5 or 6. That he sort of takes you over to a table. And he begins to show you how to use your blood magic. I will not go into detail for it. Yes, Cheryl. I'm going to say.
Oh, I can wait till you're done this scene. I want to do like a really quick scene. It won't take long.
Sure. Okay. I was going to wrap this scene up here. As
we just see a montage of experimentation.
Yeah.
Testing out some blood. Probably drag a beggar off the street to test, and that's where we see me perfecting the.
Curly is thrilled with your enthusiasm. And yeah.
Hey.
Actually,
I pay the beggar for the experimentation. I'm not.
You might have that in mind. This guy's dying. We cut away probably as you fill a vial of blood, and you repeat the words that Crowley has been trying to teach you all night. Just make a blood sorcery intelligence roll for me, please. We'll see if you meet the difficulty. I think it's 2 for level 1 rituals.
Routing the blood. And you said intelligence blood sorcery?
Yes.
Ignore that roll. I misclicked.
Okay.
Damn, I wasted 10.
Yes, it is too.
It's okay. You would have needed to rouse for the ritual anyway.
Yeah, there's that too.
That's more than 2.
You nail it. Yeah. As you finish up, we do get to see you like walk up one of the walls, and Crowley just slow claps.
Well, that's not the ritual I chose, remember. My ritual was
no, you did enrich the blood.
Yeah.
In which case, excellent. You finish up the ritual. Sorry, I thought it was cleaning the inside. And he was like, well, shall we test it out? Then he looks at this unhoused individual. And he doesn't wait for you to respond, he bites him. And we'll cut away on the screen. So, Trevor, you don't need to have one last scene.
Can I go down to 0 hunger then?
You can, yeah.
So,
As by the way.
As Veronica gets off her shift, she pulls out the new phone that she got, and she is going to attempt to geolocate her old phone.
Okay. I won't have you make a roll. It doesn't work because the phone is off.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to get this whole scene where she just walks in on Crowley and just goes, "What the fuck did you do to me?"
Well, honestly, the next morning you're going to get a text from Sack. Pretty much all of you are going to get a message from Sack. That's
It's a bit more
How?
difficult because none of you have phones.
Yeah.
How you can't text our phones with our phones.
Damn it.
It's,
Well,
it's
Yeah.
fine, don't worry. We'll bring the party together eventually.
Vanessa is
Um,
I work in the same building as her, so I'm going to go to her office and be like, "Bitch, I have shit to tell you."
Fine. We can pick up this up next time.
That's after show.
We will, yeah. Guys, that is our show for the day. We're gonna have like one more roll from Ryan, as he took one sting there for his rather inhumane actions.
I didn't
Jesus
plan
Christ,
for-
Ryan, I'm the monster.
I didn't plan for Zack to be a monster, but Crowley is a very, very smooth negotiator.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Fall for
right,
your
so-
stain.
I remember. I recall very little negotiation going on there.
Yeah.
I recall
yeah.
him saying, "Hey, so blood sorcery," and you
So-
going, "Yeah, that sounds cool. Let's do it."
Zach, I think your humanity should be 7.
1,
2 dice.
So hold on. So it should be that, and you roll. I think you can just hit your humanity.
Yeah, you just click the humanity button. No, remorse button. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
It
remorse,
should be
yeah.
2 dice if you only got 1 stain.
Yeah,
Mm.
Crit.
you get success. So you do feel guilty at the end of the night, as you stumble back to Alan in the apartment. Your head's sort of like swimming with the weird nonsense you've just been sort of told about, which we'll go over outside of the
so
game.
The final moment then would be showing up where Alan goes, "So I'm a vampire." Cut to black.
Yeah, okay. Cool. And next time we'll pick it up, it'll be the day after, which Trevor's already started. So it'll be a verse check from everyone else, and then we'll give Trevor more time because I'm sorry, but like, yeah, I kind of didn't
It's
get back
fine.
to you. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed that.
It was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to next week when James sees that. If James sees Alistair in the Chantry, he's gonna shoot him. He's gonna shoot him. He said he would, and he's going to.
After show talk.
I don't think anyone else here is going to see Crowley anytime soon.
But we'll get to that. I need to go have a wonderful discussion with these wonderful weirdos.
Yes.
But yeah, this has been Table Shoot Games. I've been Charlie Artorias. Tune in next week to follow these fucked up adventures. Yes, we love you. Good night.
Good night.
I don't think it's nighttime, but bye everyone.